Welcome to the DZ Report. Don't you know I love haters? So Bud Light replaces marketing vice president behind the Dylan Mulvaney partnership. So the fallout from Bud Light's disastrous partnership with Dylan Mulvaney continues. The tone-deaf decision to work with the transgender activist has been an abject disaster for the beer giant. From a public relations standpoint, there's been immense blowback. Country stars have lined up to criticize Bud Light, and competitors have taken full advantage of the unforced error as well. While the company's stock price has rebounded a bit recently, at one point, parent company Anheuser-Busch had lost over $6 billion in market cap. It's a near certainty that the decision to work with Mulvaney did not go as expected. After the controversy video surfaced of Bud Light's VP of marketing admitting she wanted to change the company's advertising strategy, instead of a fratty out-of-touch branding, Vice President Alyssa Heinerscheid will make the company more inclusive. Apparently, the lack of awareness required to greenlight this partnership was part of a strategy, not a gone-off mistake. But after the Mulvaney disaster, that incomprehensible strategy has apparently been put on indefinite ice. On Friday afternoon, reports broke that Heinerscheid was taking a leave. Ooh, got him. Leave of absence and being replaced by another Budweiser executive. According to Beer Business Daily and Ad Age, which is Bud Light's self-inflicted wounds, Heinerscheid will be replaced by Todd Allen, a former Budweiser global marketing VP. Ad Age reported that the company had issued a statement saying that moves were made so that our most senior marketers are more closely connected to every aspect of our brand's activities. Essentially, a non-apology like their original statement sounds like code for Heinerscheid's decision to use Mulvaney had been a spectacular disaster. Unfortunately, her marketing strategy is unfortunately standard operating procedure for most modern companies. They have no issue aligning with liberal causes or individuals, believing they'll be rewarded with media and social media praise for their political activism. The fanatical focus on targeting progressives excludes half the country, especially the half that drinks Bud Light. Offending your customers is generally a bad strategy, but young marketing executives are apparently incapable of producing original ideas. The inevitable Bud Light boycott has undoubtedly hurt the company, all because they seem to have unbridled contempt for the people who purchase their products. Maybe, just maybe, this will teach the company and many other companies a lesson. The way to unite people is to avoid taking sides with progressives at every opportunity. So, the reason I'm reading this story is this is something that us as people need to realize. We hold the power to companies where if they have to respect us and do better decisions as far as, you know, helping us in the community, helping, others. In this case, your main audience is country music people. And you know what the country music people did, such as Kid Rock and all of them? They shot up the Bud Light. I think there was a woman, she shot up the Bud Light because they were trying to go transgender and all of this. Listen, you have to know your market. You have to know your audience. See, a lot of times I'm going to compare this to YouTube content creators. Sometimes they go Hollywood. Sometimes they feel like, okay, I got to be a shock value person. You lose your core audience because you're not, keeping it a bucko, as a lot of people would say, a buck, to certain situations and certain situations, how do I say it? Certain I can't think this morning. I probably got to eat. Certain things that make or break what you have coming for you as far as promoting yourself or promoting your brand or what you're trying to get over to the people. And when they decided to go this rainbow color route, it really hurt Bush and Anheuser, because the majority of the people who drink beer are mainly rednecks, regular white folks, you know, some who ain't been in society forever, probably stay in South Dakota, Montana, or somewhere. You can't do that to the people who buy your stuff. So that's why now they want to fire the VP to put the blame on something, which they knew what they were doing. They heard the pitch. They heard what they were trying to do. They put it out there. They thought they could get away with it. It's just like these movies they make. They slide the agenda of homosexuality or transformance or transformation, I like to call it, into the movies to try to push it onto us as the public or push it onto our kids. And we're not going for that. You can't force something to people who don't like it. Now, if you have mascara makeup and stuff like that, you could promote that to them, because that's something they would love. And majority people who buy that is women. And that's the problem. You know, people are accepting of all of this stuff that we grew up learning is not right. And I'm not blaming people who are homosexuals. If you're a homosexual, you choose to do that. If you're a transformer or whatever you call yourself, or non-binary, you don't claim any gender, that's your prerogative. But stop putting it in ads and commercials and stuff that people every day, the average person like myself and others, buy and do every day, because you're going to alienate your own your own company. And this is the facts. And this is why a lot of, not just Bush and Anheuser, but this is why a lot of products, when it comes to food or drinks or anything, or businesses, fall under, because they're trying to push a narrative and push an agenda which has nothing to do with what you're doing or what you're trying to do, or how you're trying to handle yourself, or how do you or how you like something. But like, you're fine in what you do, but when you try to go to this direction, you're gonna piss them people off. But see, when they piss those people off, that's when things get done. This is me telling my fellow brother, man, my fellow sister, that if we attack companies the way that they were attacking, you know, with shooting up the Bud Light and doing all of that, we would be depicted as thugs, gangsters, killers, and all of that. You notice how nobody had anything to say about Kid Rock shooting it up. People tried to say something, but they pushed back on it because, you know, him being of the wit complexion is something he's able to do. Us, if we seen Hennessy try to promote a transformer and all of that, or a non-binary, you know, we go outside and line up Hennessy bottles. We can't do it because Hennessy bottles are expensive. And we shoot up the Hennessy bottle, man. We like, nah, I'm going to have to drink that Hennessy bottle. I'm going to have to drink that yak real quick. Sorry, can't do it, man. Can't do it. So the moral of the story is, they tried to push that, but they pushed back on it. Black men and women, this is what we need to do when it comes to the nation. We need the government. We need to push back on their laws, push back on the police and brutalities and all of that stuff. If we do it in a way not like them shooting stuff up, but if we push back and go against it and have a lot of outcry against it, then we will be able to get a lot more done. And I like this, even though I don't agree with the shooting of the beer and doing things like that. To me, I feel that's very egregious, and to me should not be allowed to be shown. And to me, it shouldn't be glorified on the internet or anywhere in real life that he did that. But I understood why Kid Rock and others did that, because they drink Bud Light. Bud Light is their choice of drink, you know, on a daily basis. And they don't like that. They're trying to turn it into something that they feel like is being an agenda push. So, Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, man. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link to my Cash App to donate whatever your heart's desire. Thank you guys for listening. I am out. This is the DZ Report signing off. Peace.